The power of small, consistent actions. We often underestimate the power of small, consistent actions because our minds are wired to look for instant results. We want breakthroughs overnight, dramatic transformations that are visible immediately, and yet life rarely works that way. The truth is, greatness does not arrive in giant leaps. It grows quietly, steadily in the spaces we often ignore. It grows in the hours we think are insignificant, in the routines we dismiss as too small to matter, and in the habits we fail to notice each day. One small action, repeated consistently, can accumulate into something far greater than what we ever imagined, but only if we are patient enough to trust the process. Many people wait for the perfect opportunity, the perfect moment, or the perfect condition to start. They wait for some magical alignment of circumstances before committing to a goal, and in that waiting, they lose the only real thing they have: time. The reality is that every single day provides an opportunity, no matter how ordinary, to take one step forward. 1 hour, focused and purposeful, may seem inconsequential at first, but it carries the potential to redefine the course of your life if you embrace it consistently. Consider how a small stream over time carves a canyon through solid rock. It is not force that makes the change, but persistence, repetition, and the quiet determination to continue even when the results are invisible. Life operates in the same way. Every minute spent learning, reflecting, or improving is an invisible deposit in the bank of your future. These deposits accumulate slowly, often unnoticed, but eventually the interest compounds and the growth becomes undeniable. The people who achieve extraordinary things are rarely those who start with extraordinary resources or talent. They are ordinary people who commit to extraordinary consistency. They understand that it is not about doing everything at once or making one giant move, but about dedicating themselves daily, even when it is uncomfortable, inconvenient, or seemingly unimportant. They embrace the idea that small, purposeful actions are not insignificant. They are the foundation upon which lasting success is built. There is also a psychological aspect to small, consistent actions that magnifies their impact. When you take one action every day, no matter how minor it seems, you are training your mind to recognize progress, to build confidence, and to cultivate discipline. The mind responds to repetition. It begins to expect growth. It begins to trust your ability to follow through. And it begins to internalize the habit of persistence. Soon, the act of committing to your 1 hour a day becomes effortless because it has become part of your identity. You no longer see it as a chore or a struggle. It becomes a non-negotiable part of who you are. And this is why so many people fail. They underestimate the power of consistency. They look for dramatic, immediate results and abandon their efforts when the transformation is not visible instantly. Yet, if they had only continued, even for a few more weeks, months, or years, they would have seen that the seemingly insignificant actions they took every day had compounded into remarkable, life-changing outcomes. What makes small actions powerful is that they are attainable. Anyone can dedicate 1 hour a day to improving themselves, to learning something new, or to creating value. It does not require wealth, connections, or perfect conditions. All it requires is a decision to start, a willingness to continue, and faith that the accumulation of these small steps will eventually lead to extraordinary results. Over time, this hour becomes a statement, a commitment to yourself that says you value your growth, you respect your potential, and you refuse to wait passively for success to find you. It is in these small, consistent actions that your character is shaped, your confidence is built, and your future is quietly, inevitably rewritten. Every great achievement in history began with such moments. A single step, a single choice, a single hour devoted to progress, repeated with relentless consistency until it became unstoppable momentum. One of the greatest illusions that hold people back from achieving their dreams is the belief that they do not have enough time. We live in a world that constantly tells us we are too busy, that the days are too short, and that we must prioritize survival over growth. From the moment we wake up until the moment we fall asleep, there are endless tasks demanding our attention, and it is easy to convince ourselves that the hours we have are insufficient to create meaningful change. But this is a myth, a lie that has been accepted by generations of people who allowed life to pass by without ever realizing their true potential. Every single human being on this planet is given the same 24 hours each day, the same 140 minutes to work with, to think with, to create with, and to live with. There are no exceptions. The billionaires and world leaders, the artists and innovators, the people who transform industries. They do not possess more time than you do. What they possess is the ability to see time differently, to value it differently, and to use it with intention. The truth is that time is abundant, but wasted time is not noticed until it has vanished. Most people spend hours scrolling through social media, watching shows that do not enrich them, or postponing what truly matters, all while convincing themselves that they are too busy to invest in their future. The reality is that time is always available if we decide to claim it. Even in the busiest schedule, there exists a sliver of moments that can be devoted to growth, reflection, learning, and action. 1 hour a day, when recognized as valuable, is enough to begin rewriting the story of your life. It is not the quantity of time that determines your success, but the quality of how you use it. People who feel too busy are not victims of circumstance. They are victims of choice. They choose to let distractions dictate their schedule. They choose to postpone their dreams for convenience, and they choose to underestimate the power of focused, intentional effort. Yet, when they observe those who succeed, they often believe those people are extraordinary, gifted with rare talents or luck, when in fact, the difference is in their relationship with time. They treat every minute as an opportunity, every hour as an investment, and every day as a chance to get closer to their vision. Time is a mirror of our priorities. If you truly value something, you will find the time for it, no matter how busy your life may seem. It is not the external pressures that limit us, but the internal surrender to distraction and delay. This is why understanding the myth of time scarcity is so liberating. It frees you from excuses and gives you the power to reclaim your life. When you realize that even the smallest portion of your day, 60 minutes, can become a powerhouse of transformation, the constraints you once believed in disappear. You begin to see opportunities where you once saw obstacles. You begin to recognize that waiting for the perfect moment is a trap, because the perfect moment is an illusion. The perfect moment does not exist. The only moment you have is now, and the only way to honor it is by dedicating it to what matters most. By breaking the habit of believing in scarcity, you shift from a mindset of limitation to a mindset of possibility. You understand that 1 hour a day is not insignificant. It is, in fact, the starting point of extraordinary progress. It is the time when you step away from passive living and claim control over your future, the hour in which you transform potential to action, dreams into plans, and intentions into results. Time, therefore, is not your enemy. It is your greatest ally, but only when you refuse to let myths dictate your choices and commit yourself to using it with awareness, purpose, and courage. Recognizing the abundance within your 24 hours allows you to see that your life is not defined by what you lack, but by what you are willing to dedicate consistently to growth, to learning, and to becoming the person you were meant to be. Investing in yourself is the single most important decision you can make in life, yet it is one of the most overlooked. Most people spend their time, energy, and resources on everything else, on jobs, obligations, entertainment, or even trying to please others, without realizing that the most valuable asset they possess is themselves. You cannot grow without growth within, and you cannot achieve lasting success without nurturing your mind, your skills, and your character. Every hour you dedicate to learning, reflecting, or developing a new ability is an investment that no one can take away from you. Unlike money, possessions, or status, the knowledge, discipline, and wisdom you acquire through self-investment compounds over time. Each lesson you learn, each skill you master, and each habit you cultivate multiplies, affecting not just one moment of your life, but every decision, every opportunity, and every relationship you encounter. The irony is that the path to greatness is not always glamorous or immediate. It is found in the quiet hours you spend reading a book that challenges your thinking, practicing a skill that feels uncomfortable, or reflecting on your choices and purpose. This is where real transformation begins, when you shift from waiting for the world to provide opportunities to preparing yourself so that you are ready when those opportunities arrive. Investing in yourself also requires courage. It means stepping out of your comfort zone, confronting your weaknesses, and committing to a process that often demands patience and persistence. The easy choice is to remain passive, to scroll, to distract yourself, and to convince yourself that later is a better time to grow. But the truth is, later often never comes. Your future self is built on the actions of your present self. And each hour you choose to spend intentionally shapes the person you will become. Education, skill development, emotional intelligence, physical well-being, and even spiritual growth are all forms of investment in yourself. Each of these areas enriches your life in ways that money cannot replicate and success cannot substitute. When you commit to investing one focused hour a day, you are telling yourself that your dreams are worth it, that your potential matters, and that you are responsible for creating the life you desire. This commitment is not just about skill accumulation. It is about self-respect, self-belief, and the refusal to settle for mediocrity. People who succeed at the highest levels are not inherently more talented. They are people who have invested relentlessly in their growth, who understand that the world rewards preparation and persistent improvement. They read books others overlook, practice skills others abandon, and refine themselves even when the immediate payoff is invisible. Over time, these investments accumulate, creating a knowledge base, a skill set, and a mindset that sets them apart. Investing in yourself is also profoundly liberating because it shifts your sense of control from external circumstances to your own efforts. When you realize that your progress is not dependent on luck, connections, or random events, you take ownership of your life. 1 hour a day dedicated to yourself may seem small in the moment, but it is transformative because it compounds, shaping your mind, your habits, and your confidence. Every effort you make today creates the foundation for tomorrow's achievements. The commitment to invest in yourself also inspires those around you. When you value your growth, others begin to see the possibilities in themselves. Your dedication, your discipline, and your willingness to improve not only elevate your life, but create a ripple effect that influences your environment, your family, and your community. This is why the act of investing in yourself is never selfish. It is a catalyst for change, impact, and progress. Each hour you devote to learning, creating, or reflecting is a declaration that you are worth the effort, that your potential is limitless, and that you will not wait for permission or for circumstances to be perfect to pursue the life you deserve. In this commitment lies true power, the power to change your trajectory, the power to unlock opportunities, and the power to become the person you were meant to be. Investing in yourself transforms ordinary moments into extraordinary foundations for the life you envision. Procrastination is one of the greatest thieves of human potential, quietly stealing the hours, days, and even years that could have been devoted to progress and growth. It is a habit so subtle that most people do not even recognize it until they find themselves trapped in a cycle of delay and regret. The reasons for procrastination are many: fear of failure, fear of success, uncertainty, distraction, or the simple comfort of postponing discomfort. But the effect is always the same: wasted time, missed opportunities, and unfulfilled potential. Every dream that remains unpursued, every goal that is delayed is a direct result of procrastination. And yet it is a habit that can be broken with awareness, commitment, and the courage to act. The first step in overcoming procrastination is understanding that it is not a reflection of your ability, but a reflection of your mindset. It is not proof that you cannot achieve your goals. It is proof that you have allowed fear, hesitation, or distraction to dictate your choices. Once this distinction is clear, you gain the power to reclaim control over your actions, to take responsibility for the way you spend your time, and to refuse the excuses that have held you back. 1 hour a day, focused and intentional, can dismantle the stronghold of procrastination more effectively than any grand gesture or sudden burst of energy. It is during this dedicated hour that you train your mind to act despite fear, to move forward despite uncertainty, and to choose progress over comfort. The challenge of procrastination lies not in the complexity of the tasks we avoid, but in the mental resistance we build against starting them. Often, we inflate the difficulty of a task in our minds, imagining obstacles that do not exist, rehearsing failures that have not yet occurred, and convincing ourselves that today is not the right day. This cycle of delay becomes habitual, and soon inaction feels normal, even inevitable. Yet the reality is simple. Starting is always easier than we expect, and momentum builds once we take the first step. Procrastination can only survive in the absence of action. By committing to one focused hour every day, you break the pattern of delay, prove to yourself that progress is possible, and cultivate a habit of discipline that carries into every area of life. It is not about perfection, it is about consistency. Even if your first attempts feel small, incomplete, or imperfect, the act of beginning is a victory in itself. Each hour you dedicate to action strengthens your confidence, reduces fear, and trains your mind to prioritize growth over comfort. Another crucial element in overcoming procrastination is clarity. When your goals are vague, your tasks feel overwhelming, and hesitation naturally follows. By breaking down your vision into tangible steps and dedicating time each day to tackle them, you create a roadmap that is both manageable and motivating. Procrastination thrives in uncertainty, but action thrives in clarity. Understanding what needs to be done and committing a focused hour to it transforms anxiety into empowerment. Furthermore, overcoming procrastination is deeply emotional. Every time you delay, you feed frustration, self-doubt, and regret. Every time you act, you build pride, confidence, and a sense of possibility. By choosing to face the discomfort of starting, you replace the paralysis of fear with the liberation of progress. This emotional shift is as important as the practical results because it rewires your brain to embrace action, to value consistency, and to recognize that every step forward is a triumph over hesitation. Procrastination is not a permanent condition, it is a habit, and like any habit, it can be replaced. 1 hour of focused work each day is enough to chip away at its influence, to create a rhythm of achievement, and to prove that you are capable of more than you have allowed yourself to believe. Each hour becomes a declaration that you refuse to be defined by delay, that you choose action over fear, and that your life will not be held hostage by hesitation. In this commitment lies the path to liberation, the liberation of your potential, your time, and your ability to pursue the life you have always imagined. Vision and purpose are the forces that give life direction, clarity, and meaning. Without them, even the most diligent efforts can feel empty, like running on a treadmill with no destination in sight. Many people live each day reacting to circumstances, obligations, and distractions without ever pausing to ask themselves why they are doing what they do or where they truly want to go. It is not enough to simply work hard. Effort without purpose is like a river that flows without reaching the sea. It expends energy, but achieves little of lasting value. Vision is the ability to see beyond the present moment, to imagine a future that does not yet exist, but can be created through consistent action. It is a mental picture of what your life could become if you commit to your potential. Purpose is the emotional and moral fuel that drives you to bring that vision to life. It is the reason you get out of bed each morning, the internal compass that guides your choices, and the source of resilience when obstacles arise. When you dedicate even a single hour each day to aligning your actions with your vision and purpose, extraordinary transformation begins to occur. This hour becomes sacred because it is the time you devote not just to productivity, but to intentional growth, reflection, and forward momentum. The clarity that comes from understanding your vision allows you to make decisions with confidence, to prioritize tasks that truly matter, and to avoid the distractions that often consume the majority of our time. People without vision often find themselves drifting, reacting to external pressures, and allowing their days to be defined by other people's priorities. Those with vision, however, structure their actions around a bigger picture, ensuring that each small effort contributes to a meaningful destination. Purpose provides the emotional energy that sustains action over the long term. There will be days when progress feels slow, when setbacks challenge your confidence, and when doubts whisper that your goals are unattainable. In those moments, a clear sense of purpose acts as a lifeline. It reminds you that your actions are not random, that your struggles have meaning, and that every hour you dedicate to growth is a step closer to the life you envision. Vision without action is merely fantasy, and action without vision can feel futile. The integration of both creates unstoppable momentum. When you know where you are headed and why you are moving, even small, consistent efforts gain exponential value. Every hour spent learning a skill, improving your mind, or building your capacity becomes an investment in your future self, a tangible contribution to the realization of your vision. Emotional resonance plays a crucial role in this process. Vision and purpose are not abstract concepts, they are deeply personal. They touch the core of who you are, the passions that ignite your spirit, and the dreams that stir your heart. When your daily actions connect to something bigger than immediate gratification, you experience a sense of fulfillment that cannot be replicated by external rewards alone. This is why the act of dedicating focused time each day to align with your vision is transformative. It is not just about efficiency or skill. It is about cultivating a mindset in which your life is driven by intention, guided by values, and energized by aspiration. Vision and purpose also have the power to inspire others. When you act from clarity and conviction, you radiate confidence and possibility. Your dedication becomes a source of influence, motivating those around you to seek meaning in their own lives and to commit to their own growth. It is through this ripple effect that your vision expands beyond yourself, shaping communities, creating impact, and leaving a legacy that endures. Understanding your vision and purpose transforms time itself. 1 hour, when dedicated to advancing your meaningful goals, is no longer just an hour. It is a building block of your dreams, a deliberate act of creation, and a tangible step toward the life you were meant to live. In the commitment to align every action with a greater vision, the ordinary moments of each day are infused with extraordinary significance, and your life begins to move with clarity, passion, and unstoppable momentum. Celebrating small wins is one of the most underestimated yet transformative practices in the journey towards success. Most people think that only monumental achievements deserve recognition. That progress is only meaningful when it is dramatic, visible, and immediate. But this mindset is a trap, one that keeps many stuck in cycles of frustration, self-doubt, and endless striving without satisfaction. The truth is that small wins are the foundation of lasting achievement. They are the incremental steps, when acknowledged, create momentum, reinforce confidence, and shape the trajectory of your life. Every journey toward a significant goal is composed of countless micro steps that may seem inconsequential at first. Sending that one email, completing that one exercise, learning that one new skill, or dedicating that one focused hour each day may appear trivial in isolation. Yet these small victories accumulate over time, building the structure of success brick by brick. By recognizing and celebrating these moments, you honor the effort, determination, and courage it takes to act consistently, even when results are not immediately apparent. Celebrating small wins also carries profound psychological and emotional benefits. The human mind is wired to respond to acknowledgement and reinforcement. When we take time to appreciate progress, however small, our brains release positive emotions that increase motivation, reduce stress, and strengthen resilience. This creates a self-reinforcing cycle. Each small win fuels further action. Each accomplishment, no matter how minor, validates the belief that progress is possible. Without this recognition, even consistent effort can feel unrewarding, and people often abandon their goals out of frustration or lack of perceived progress. Many individuals fail to see the impact of their actions because they are too focused on the distant ultimate result, which may feel overwhelming or unattainable. Celebrating small wins shifts the focus from an abstract endpoint to tangible, achievable steps. It transforms the journey itself into a source of fulfillment and pride, making each day meaningful and reinforcing the belief that your actions matter. The process also teaches patience and perspective. Success is rarely instantaneous, and the ability to find joy in small achievements cultivates gratitude, mindfulness, and an appreciation for growth. When you recognize that each hour dedicated to learning, creating, or improving is a victory, you develop a mindset in which effort and persistence are valued over immediate outcomes. This mindset is essential because it sustains action during times of challenge, setbacks, or slow progress. Furthermore, celebrating small wins enhances confidence and self-efficacy. Each step forward provides proof that you are capable, that your choices matter, and that your goals are within reach. Confidence, once built on a foundation of small victories, becomes resilient. It is not shaken by temporary failures or obstacles, because it is rooted in the evidence of consistent effort and proven results. Emotional resonance also plays a key role in this practice. Every win, however minor, validates the courage it takes to try, the discipline it takes to act, and the vision that motivates you to continue. These celebrations are not merely acts of self-congratulation. They are reminders of your commitment to growth, your ability to persevere, and your capacity to shape your own life. Additionally, celebrating progress inspires those around you. When others see your dedication and your acknowledgement of even small accomplishments, they are encouraged to recognize and value their own efforts. This ripple effect strengthens communities, builds positive energy, and creates an environment in which progress is recognized and pursued collectively. Understanding the importance of small wins transforms the perception of time and effort. 1 hour devoted to focused action is no longer just a block of time. It becomes a victory in itself, a testament to your commitment, and a step forward on the path toward your vision. By celebrating these wins, you cultivate momentum, reinforce your belief in your potential, and create a pattern of consistent, meaningful progress that compounds into extraordinary results over time. The ripple effect is the phenomenon in which one small, intentional action creates waves that extend far beyond the moment, touching lives, circumstances, and opportunities in ways we often cannot anticipate. It is a reminder that our choices and efforts are never isolated, that what we do, even in what seems like insignificance, has the power to influence others, shape environments, and ultimately create impact that surpasses our immediate understanding. When you dedicate one focused hour each day to growth, learning, or meaningful work, you are not only transforming yourself, you are creating a ripple that extends outward, affecting your family, your community, and even the broader world in ways you may never see. Every person you inspire, every example you set, and every lesson you model becomes part of a chain reaction that multiplies over time. Often, people underestimate the influence they have on others, believing that unless they achieve grand, visible success, their efforts are meaningless. Yet life consistently demonstrates that small acts of consistency, courage, and dedication are contagious. A child sees a parent reading and learning, and they internalize the value of curiosity and discipline. A colleague witnesses your commitment to excellence, and they are encouraged to raise their own standards. A friend observes your persistence despite obstacles, and they find the courage to pursue their own dreams. In this way, your 1 hour a day becomes more than personal growth. It becomes a source of inspiration, motivation, and transformation for those around you. The ripple effect also emphasizes the interconnectedness of all actions. Nothing we do exists in isolation. Every effort, every choice, and every habit contributes to a larger tapestry of influence. By committing to consistent, focused action, you are shaping not only your future, but also the experiences and opportunities of those you interact with. This understanding instills a deeper sense of responsibility, a recognition that your time, energy, and focus are tools not just for self-improvement, but for positive impact. Furthermore, the ripple effect is a powerful motivator because it connects personal effort to purpose and meaning. When you realize that the hour you spend each day improving yourself can empower others, encourage growth, and inspire action, your commitment gains weight and significance. You are no longer acting solely for yourself. You are contributing to a legacy of influence and possibility. The emotional resonance of this truth cannot be overstated. There is profound fulfillment in understanding that your diligence, your courage, and your consistency create waves that extend beyond the boundaries of your life. Each hour you dedicate becomes a stone cast into a pond, generating waves that touch people, communities, and even generations in ways that may never be fully visible. This is why consistency matters more than perfection, why small deliberate actions are so powerful, and why the commitment to 1 hour a day is transformative not only for you but for the world around you. The ripple effect teaches patience and trust. Often, the impact of our actions is not immediately visible. A kind word, a lesson shared, a habit modeled, or a decision made may not seem to matter in the moment. But over time, the consequences unfold in ways that are profound, surprising, and life-altering. This principle reminds us to honor our efforts, even when the results are delayed or unseen, because the effects of what we do inevitably expand and multiply. Understanding the ripple effect also instills a sense of empowerment. It reminds you that you are never powerless, that your actions matter, and that your commitment, even in small increments, can generate extraordinary influence. 1 hour a day, focused with intention and purpose, is sufficient to create ripples that extend far beyond your imagination. When embraced consistently, this hour is not simply a tool for personal growth. It is a force that spreads impact, inspiration, and change in the lives of countless others, leaving a legacy that endures far longer than any single moment or achievement. Through the ripple effect, the significance of consistent action becomes undeniable, demonstrating that every small step, every hour invested, and every act of dedication carries the potential to transform not only your life, but the lives of everyone your influence touches. As we reflect on the journey we have explored together, one truth becomes undeniably clear: greatness does not come from luck, extraordinary circumstances, or sudden breakthroughs. It comes from choice, consistency, and intention. 1 hour a day, when dedicated with focus and purpose, has the power to transform your life, to unlock potential you never thought possible, and to set in motion ripples that reach far beyond yourself. Each small action builds momentum. Each decision to act strengthens your confidence. Each hour invested in growth becomes a foundation for the extraordinary. Time is not your enemy. It is your most valuable ally. Procrastination can be overcome, small wins celebrated, and your vision and purpose brought to life, but only when you commit to taking that first step and following through each day. Never underestimate the power of an hour, because in that hour lies your ability to invest in yourself, to sharpen your skills, to expand your mind, and to shape the life you have always imagined. And as you commit to this practice, remember that your actions do not exist in isolation. They create influence, inspiration, and change that extends far beyond you, touching lives, communities, and even generations. You are capable of more than you believe, and the journey of transformation begins not with a grand gesture, but with the simple, deliberate choice to take action today. So embrace this hour, protect it, cherish it, and dedicate it to your growth, your purpose, and your dreams. 1 hour a day is all it takes to start a ripple of change that can redefine your life forever. The power is in your hands, the time is in your control, and the moment to begin is now. Commit to it, act on it, and watch as the life you envision unfolds, step by step, hour by hour, into a reality far greater than you ever imagined.